That's a good boy right there.
It certainly is. Welcome to episode 6.
Episode 6, Brother Records. Hello there. We're going to listen to some records.
As we do.
Brother Records.
So, I'd just like to say, welcome back to me, because I was just in Brooklyn at WFMU Record Fair picking up material for this show.
That's a good brother.
Yeah. So.
Thank you for that. Welcome back. Look at this guy. I can't even believe it.
So, we got a show stealer over here. But, all right, so we got...
It's unbelievable.
Michael Darien. I actually asked a couple people at the show if they had ever heard of this, and people were like, don't know what it is.
Is that song called Get On With Your Life?
It's called Lend Me Your Ears and Get On With Your Life. I don't know anything about it, and we're about to find out. This is Lend Me Your Ears, Michael Darien. He's pulling on the string.
He's threatening to take down the whole show.
Once there was a way.
Yeah.
No.
And Imagine.
And The Long and Winding Road.
Lend me your ears.
Oh. Oh.
I promise to give them back.
It's getting better. All right, so this guy wants to be John Lennon more than anything in the world.
Yeah.
What are your fears?
And needs singing lessons.
Nuclear attack.
Another nuclear... Another
Imagine
record that...
all the people.
Lend me your ears.
Oh, man, it sounded just like it.
Now it sounds like Axl Rose.
By the way, this is not at all what I was expecting with this record.
Lend me your heart.
What would you say that this guy looks like when you look at
I
him?
won't have them for
A
long.
meathead.
He kind of almost looks like he could be in the Misfits, doesn't he?
I think that's just the way the photo looks.
Okay.
Sorry to all the meatheads out there.
What is wrong?
You guys are fine. I like meatheads. We're good.
Not me.
Lend me your, lend me your.
Oh, man, that note was rough.
One thing I don't understand is I'm not a good vocalist, but I know when I shouldn't do something. I wouldn't try to do that. Why is he trying to do that? Do you think that this song would be any good if somebody better sang it?
No, I pretty much hate everything about this. Can we try the other side?
Yes.
All right. This is Get On With Your Life,
What year was this?
84.
Cold world has got you down.
New wave.
Yeah.
You told
This Cocoa world has got you down.
Yes. It's about cereal and his dislike for it.
I'm gonna come down hard. Me off guard.
Did you hear that weird timing thing?
Yeah, that was very awkward.
Mother dear, oh mother dear.
All right, so this is extremely cheesy, but it's 1,000 times better than the first side we listened to.
Better, yes. One thing I'm surprised about, for 84, this is a little progressive for that time. Like, this is almost getting into the rap area. I can feel the first threads of a Red Hot Chili Peppers thing happening vocally.
Oh, I see. I wasn't sure what you meant by that, but I get you now.
He was like, what the ba, the ba, da, ba, ba. That's, when did you hear that in 84? Other than that, I don't want to hear it anymore.
Yeah, I think we're good on Michael Darien.
Okay.
I'm also very disappointed that I paid what I paid for this record, but I just looked at it and I was like, this is going to be gold for the show. And then it just wasn't. So, sorry. All right, so moving right along, we've got songs by Bob Robinson and Robin Bourguignon, Country Church, New Gretna, New Jersey. So this is basically where we are right now.
Is that church real?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's obviously going to be Christian music, but we'll see what kind.
Maybe not.
80s, sometime in the 80s.
I was driving down the valley with my radio on.
Oh, wow. Not what I was expecting.
State of mind. But the music couldn't cover all my that was sitting on the edge of town. They were
I don't know if this is going to be a Christian record.
what a joy.
Yes, it is. You just said something about the fellowship.
Yeah.
What a blessedness, what a peace is mine.
It's well done.
I don't like it, but I actually don't hate it either. I really thought this was going to be Cheeseville, and it's not.
That I stepped
Let's skip around.
All right. CCR? No.
Slow CCR.
What's going on next to you? You got a little friend. A little Dolly Parton-ish? A little? Yeah, I don't mind this. I would never sit down and play this to just enjoy it, but I really don't hate it.
Do you think the whole record's going to be like this?
And they've got talent too, which is not something we can say about a lot of the records we've reviewed.
Especially the last one.
Oh man. But yes, that's true. All right, this will be the last one. Oh. What is that?
It's a...
What is this?
Dude, that's a Mellotron.
Oh wow.
Sick. I love Mellotron.
Yeah, that was an instrument that I couldn't even identify. That's how little I know about it. Unfortunately, it's right back to...
They need to stick with the Mellotron. That's it right there.
His vocal style, the female vocal style changed. Did you notice that?
No, I didn't.
It got lighter and airier.
Yeah, this is fringing on toward the pop realm.
Yeah. Wow.
I like it.
I mean, it is extremely wimpy, but other than that, it's they've got talent, clearly.
It's sort of sad. It reminds me of something.
Look how sad he looks. He wants
time.
out. He hates this.
It's time for him to go.
It's also time for this record to go. You want to hear the last track on the side? You know you'll figure it out in post session. You always do.
True. Yeah.
You want to hear the last song?
Yeah.
All right.
We were surprised by this one.
It's a lot like the first track. You want to cut it?
Cut.
All right, this next record.
What you got? Why are you laughing?
We reached the inevitable part of the show where we're 6 episodes in, starting to scrape the bottom of the barrel a little bit. So once again, we're going to do something we've never done before and probably should never do again.
Oh.
We're going to review a record that isn't real.
What does that mean?
It means, check this out. I'm going to show you the record. I'm removing it from the sleeve, only to find the lyrics insert and the record itself. Only, why don't you give that a tear, young lad? Don't tear it, but what do you got there?
It's not a real record.
Yeah, it's not a real record. So we're reviewing a
It's very bizarre.
It's probably one of the strangest, most
It's also funny.
unusual things I've ever come across in my record collecting career. So do you want me to explain it, or
I just want to say real quick about, you said, why don't you try to give that a nice tear? And then as soon as I looked at it, I see cursive handwriting that reminded me of Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh man,
So way to go.
I didn't even mean to do that.
Right on the mark.
Actually, I see it too. So this is James Antonucci, who owns Death Records. His buddy, who is, hold on, I'm trying to figure out.
I'm not sure I'm crazy about the title of the album.
Nazi School?
No, The Vinyl Solution.
Oh yeah, I know. And then yeah,
That's a little.
I know what was going on with this record label. It's really nothing sketchy about it. I can't figure out what this guy's name was. It says Matt Hayworth, and I guess he was a comic book artist. and he was like doing art at comic book conventions, and he wanted to. I guess there was a band in one of his comic books, and as a gimmick, he wanted to put out a record
Coheed and Cambria.
from the comic book, and he wanted to actually be on a real record label. So he asked his buddy James Antonucci if he could use Death Records, and he said yes. So it's actually a real record on the label, but not actually existing in the real world. It only exists in the comic book world. And I guess this probably means something to comic book people, but I'm not one. So,
dude, people all
I don't
around the
get it.
world they are born with a dream, not born with, but from a young age, they have a dream of getting a record deal.
yeah.
And then this guy got one and he didn't even make a record.
Yeah. So I don't even really know what to say about this. I'm just going to do this just for a second, just because.
You said there are lyrics in it. What are the lyrics? I mean, to what song?
It's not a lyric sheet. It's just a sheet of, what would you even call that? It's just artwork.
Yeah.
Is all it is, really. Here's the track listing. Side A is Wind on Lava, A Nocturnal Inspection of the Attic, and then Nuke the Whales. Side B is Berlin 1939, August in Hitler's Garden, and Bursting Forth with the Power of Many Japanese in Rubber Monster Suits. And this is from 1979. So make of that what you will. My copy's numbered 101 of 200.
That's cool.
One guy who would have heard of it had heard of it, but he said that this was only the second copy that he's ever actually seen.
Okay.
So I think it is exceedingly rare.
I'm amazed that anyone has ever heard of it.
It is strictly a collector's item, but I actually think that this does deserve to be on this show because it really does fit in. And it's forgotten about. Nobody knows about it.
They do now.
Yep. All right. Enough of that. Back to the music. At least you don't have to worry about scratching it.
You could get it ripped or torn.
Leave Rip Torn out of this, please. So I decided to explore the Destiny Records label. We've got Jim D.
That's my boss. My boss is Jim D.
Jim D. It's not a joke.
Is that Bob Dylan?
I think it's when Bob Dylan and Malcolm Tent got together and made a mutant of themselves.
That guy doesn't look happy at all.
Yeah. So here's a couple things about this. It's a one-sided sleeve, which I've never seen before. So they were obviously cutting costs.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be one of the worst record covers I've ever seen, as you can clearly see.
It's not good.
He's looking off into the distance and he's got his sunglasses. Let's just say, don't judge a record by its cover, but this looks like it's going to be atrocious. Let it shine. Let's see.
Is
if
this
it
Christian?
shines. I don't know anything about this. Not one thing. I just got this in the mail last week. The roof is on
man.
fire. A little bit.
I don't remember that song well enough.
Like the clowns in the circus.
Okay, it's another Bruce Springsteen wannabe.
And the puppets on the stage.
That's a
And
problem.
Eddie Vedder.
I'm going to have to change up the order that we're reviewing these records now.
Cat was captured.
My cat was captured?
That's
That what
not
he just
good,
said?
dude, yeah.
Freed of his rage.
He wants it to roam free in all its rage. You got ticks?
Me so happy.
Maybe.
Dude, this is Bruce Springsteen, Temple of the Dog. And I guess Bloodhound Gang, according to you.
It's funny too, because I don't even like Bloodhound Gang. That's just what I heard.
Nobody does.
Oof, we just lost at least one subscriber.
At least one.
And now two.
Dude, that is Eddie Vedder's cousin.
I'm sorry, but Eddie Vedder is 1,000 times better than Jim D wishes he could ever
Yeah,
be.
his cousin's not good though. When they were kids, their parents said, "All right, kids, we're gonna put you in a band. See who shines." Eddie Vedder did. Jim D did
Maybe
not.
the song's Let It Shine, dude. Eddie, you shine. I
You
don't.
think he's jealous?
Maybe.
Jim D got lost in the shadow of Eddie Vedder.
Song's going nowhere, too. I was really hoping it would pick up. Oof, that was a bad note. The engineer in the studio didn't say anything to him about that. Like, you might want to hit that one again. Can we please change this? You want to continue to listen to this?
I think it still has stuff to offer.
Oh, man.
There's juice left in this fruit.
And I'm saying the fruit's rotten.
All right, it's rotten.
Thank you. Outlaw Blues #2, side B. Fleetwood Mac?
I hear Pearl Jam still.
Oh man, you're gonna have to let that one go.
Oh man.
They might not like the way your hair's grown, and they sure don't like what you consider the truth.
Sounds like he's actively trying to suppress himself.
You grew wiser, and they didn't like you in your
I got my boots.
like the way you play your guitar, and they sure don't like the way you're you.
You don't like the way you're you? I just don't like you at all.
Yeah.
I don't even like the way that you're you. What does that mean?
On your own block.
So we're dredging up some forgotten records. Some should remain forgotten. This is one of them.
Oh man. No, there are some that I disliked way more than this one.
I agree with you, but this one's particularly rough.
They make the rules.
Just because it's just bad. Like, it doesn't have any redeeming qualities.
I kind of like that guitar. It has a 90s thing to it.
Yeah, as we were listening to it, I was thinking that this could actually have existed in the 90s, oddly enough.
I still hear Pearl Jam.
Now I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some stuff flying out of your mouth from that one.
Please make me a dragon.
Is that what you wish for when you go to bed? Please make me a dragon. All right, we're good with this record.
All right, thanks.
Just get it all out of here.
This one's kind of cool because it's, what is the name of this? I think it's Midnight Thunder. Wow. Yeah, it's the Midnight Thunder Band from 1983. Recorded at GT Studios, Long Branch, New Jersey. This is another one of those, like, we thought we were going to be Bruce Springsteen kind of situations. I told you there's tons of these. This is my favorite part of this. On the back, it says hotline, and then it's got a phone number.
The hotline to what?
I don't know, dude.
Can we call it?
I really don't want to, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, they put a hotline on the back of their record because they really thought that this was just the hottest thing out. I actually think I listened to it one time for like 10 seconds. It was like, oh, it's a Bruce Springsteen wannabe, and then never listened to it again. So this is close enough to a fresh start. Friday Night Girls.
Unbelievable.
I told you. I think this is when I turned it off after I first got it.
Dude, that is unbelievable. With David Byrne on vocals.
Please, who is David Byrne?
Talking Heads.
Oh, okay. Yes, sorry. Yes.
That was cool.
Yeah. I didn't say it was bad. I just said it's another Bruce Springsteen wannabe.
That thing they're doing on the piano is very Bruce Springsteen band, E Street Band. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't mind this, actually.
I'd like to see another band sound this much like the E Street Band.
Yeah, no, they do a really good job of being Bruce Springsteen.
Absolute replicas.
Yeah. I just love how they're from the same area, too. Like, that's what makes it so great. They were like, you know what? Here we are, guys. Anybody in a 15-mile radius, there was like an ad in the paper. Anybody in a 15-mile radius that wants to be the next Bruce Springsteen, just show up. And at the Stone Pony, we're going to have tryouts. And 100 bands show up. These guys made it to there's brackets. These guys made it to number 3. We're like, you know what? Hit the studio, guys. Hit the studio.
Maybe that's what the hotline was. All the bands were calling that to...
Yeah, they were required to put that on the back. They won the 1983 contest. You know what, guys? You're number 3. You're number 3 in the world. By the way, I made all this up just so that everyone understands. This is a fake thing. Frank and Don, Songs of Ill Repute. I've had this for a while. On Locks Records.
Are those two guys' names Frank and Don?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's like a Weird Al situation with Jewish guys. So
Weird Al was Jewish.
I don't
Still
think
is.
he is.
No?
I don't believe he is.
I don't know why I think that.
I'm like 100% sure he's not.
Then I'm wrong. I don't go up against people who are 100% sure.
This is called Another One Buys a Sob.
Another one buys a sob.
You never drive a
Okay,
Chevrolet,
that's what it is, isn't it?
Chrysler
Yeah.
or Ford. No way drive a little Jap car. The women would think you're a bore. You can't afford a Mercedes, Benz, an Audi, or a Porsche. You gotta drive a status quo that no one can ignore. Another one buys a sob. Another one buys a sob.
Weird Al only taken down several pegs.
Yeah, this actually makes me a little sad.
Yeah.
Because it's...
Somebody went out of their way to record this. That's the worst part.
You're okay. Blue or gold or shot.
I think that they just were trying to go, hey, Weird Al could do it. We can do it too. And I don't... It's really...
And then they couldn't.
It's really not authentic at all.
No, it's not. All right, well, you know what? I'll try a selection from the other side, and then we'll call it a day on this.
In the summertime when the weather is hot,
In the summertime.
like a bitch and the weekend is shot, and the price of gas goes up everywhere around the 4th of July. State police everywhere, sticking something down your mouth you wanna drive. Traffic jams to the beach in New York and Cape Cod. Bring your daughter or your wife and they're after their bods. The bike gangs hang around like a kick a little ass.
I don't know. This actually makes me angry. Like, these guys are just trying way too hard. I mean, come on, Frank and Don, do your own thing.
Poor Frank and Don. It's bad enough that they pressed up all these copies that nobody bought.
Well, they should have just made their own music because, I mean, they knew how to play.
Yeah. This was the earliest record I could find that was considered ska punk. So let's see. The Erector set. Inside Out, No Room for Comfort. And it's not on any label.
Did you have an Erector set when we were kids?
Yes, I did.
What
And
did
I
you-
still have one, actually.
What did you use it for? Did you make something with it?
Probably not.
I had a rock polisher.
I remember that.
That was my response to you having an Erector set. I don't know. It sounds more modern than 1980.
Got to work hard for the man cave.
It is definitely a stretch to call this a punk record.
Hey, this is more punk than The Clash in my book, and people call The Clash a punk band. That's cool. I like what they're doing with it.
Yeah, I really don't mind this at all.
Everything about it is tasteful. Want to try the other side?
Little Elvis Costello right there.
Barely.
For a second.
All right.
I've got no place for comfort, no room for stability. Oh, chaos is all I wanna know. Chaos is all I need to grow.
Chaos is all I need? I don't understand what he's trying to say. Is this an anarchist band? You know what would be good if anybody is watching this. It's a big if.
If anybody's watching this.
If anybody's watching this and has ideas for us, I would do it. Send us your records, please.
Yeah.
And if you are an artist yourself that's made records that no one's ever heard, send it to us. We'll tear you apart.
Yeah. Send it to us because you too can get bashed on our channel that no one watches.
But like we said, we give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking out episode 6 of Brother Records. We will see you next time.
Yep.